What's up guys, Blur here, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, we have all sorts of gaming related content from streaming service reviews over to product reviews, so if that's your type of thing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you get notified anytime I release a new video. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and continue to take a look at cloud streaming services. However, this one's a little bit different. We're going to take a look at the news that came out of Amazon today about Luna. Luna is Amazon's game streaming service, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at what they're saying about the service, what can we expect in the next coming months. So, if you're ready, I know I am. Let's get into it. Before we went ahead and start this video, I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that I stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, DLive, Facebook, and Twitch. So if you have the opportunity, come hang out. So on Thursday, September 24th, Amazon, the company that does literally everything, like now they even have a flying camera drone for your home. Crazy. So Amazon, the company that does literally everything, said, you know what? We have a live streaming service. You know what? We own some game studios. You know what we probably should do? Launch an online cloud-based game streaming service. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Now, Luna looks like it's getting ready to echo everything that Stadia just did about this time last year. They have 4K gaming that they're going to be bringing out, 4K 60, although they do say that that is not going to launch in the initial preview window of this game. They have dedicated hardware that connects directly to the internet to lower the latency. They only have a handful of games at launch. There's only 50 that's coming out, but I mean, that's still more than what Stadia had when they launched. Stadia launched with 22 games. And similar to how Stadia promised that there was going to be YouTube integration with the live streaming, Luna also will have tight integration with Amazon's Twitch platform, which is the live streaming platform from Amazon. Now, Luna's service model is a little bit different than what we've seen from other cloud gaming services. Unlike all of the other services where you just go in and either purchase your games or you just have this massive catalog of games to play with, a la Xbox xCloud, Luna looks like it's going the cable television route. It looks like it's going to offer you different channels. There's going to be a Ubisoft channel that's also going to be available. I'm not entirely sure if that is at launch. I'm not sure if they actually mentioned that, but a Ubisoft channel is going to come. I can only assume that these additional channels are going to cost more money, similar to what you would see on cable television. What's interesting is that I actually mentioned to a friend of mine the other day, because he was like, how can Microsoft continue to sustain Game Pass the way that Game Pass is with the purchase of Bethesda and partnerships with EA and things like that? How can Microsoft kind of keep this up? And what's actually really funny is that I said to him, we're eventually going to see channels. Each publisher is going to be a channel on the service, and you're going to have to pay additional for those channels, similar to like what you would with cable television. And it looks like Luna's the first one to start doing something like that. Now, your idea on whether or not that's good or bad, your mileage may vary. I guess it all depends on how the pricing looks and how complicated they make everything, and frankly, how expensive they'll make everything. But at the end of the day, if you play a lot of games from a specific publisher, this might actually make sense for you. So we'll just have to wait and see exactly what this looks like. One thing that I find interesting about the different channels that they have, on their website, they actually annotate two different kind of specs or like expectations that you can have for the two different channels, the Luna Plus channel as well as the Ubisoft channel. I'm curious to see if they're allowing developers to kind of set their own specifications that they can then advertise for the channel. One of the things that I do find interesting is that Luna Plus allows you to connect to two devices at the same time, whereas the Ubisoft channel, they actually very clearly state you can only do one device at a time. Very interesting. I'd be really curious to see how that pans out in the future. So let's talk about the hardware requirement. I can't. Hardware. As far as hardware is concerned, you'll be able to use Luna on your PC, Mac, your Fire TV, any iOS device, and in a few weeks after its original launch, you'll also be able to play it on Android phones as well. Now, although you'll be able to use your Xbox One controller as well as any DualShock controller that you have, any DualShock 4 controller that you have, Amazon has created a specific controller very specifically designed to take advantage of Luna. Similar to the Stadia controller, it connects directly to the internet, so there's as little latency as possible when you're playing your games. Also, another thing that's pretty cool on it is that it has Alexa built in, similar to what you might have seen with the NVIDIA Shield controllers. So as far as internet speeds are concerned, Amazon is recommending that you have a minimum of 10 megabits down. However, if you want a game in 4K, you're gonna need at least 35 down, so that's something for you to consider when you're taking a look at these streaming services. Almost all of them require roughly about the same internet connections. I mean, if you're looking at these game streaming services, you need to have a solid internet connection. And this trial period for Luna is only for the United States, and not just the United States, the continental United States. If you are in Alaska or if you're in Hawaii, sorry, you're not getting it. Now, I did mention the Twitch integration into Luna a little bit earlier, but what's interesting here is that you're going to be able to watch the games being played by your favorite streamer, and then if you want to, with the click of a button, instantly jump into the game and start playing it yourself. I think that that's a really cool feature. Now, although Luna has a lot of similarities with Stadia, I'm actually getting a bit of deja vu. One of the things that I can't kind of overstate enough is the fact that Amazon actually has their own game studios. So releasing their games on a platform like Luna just makes sense, right? And I think that that's a little bit different than where we are with Stadia. I actually believe that Amazon might be able to scale a little bit quicker, have some really good heavy-hitting exclusives to their catalog, and also the fact that they own Twitch. Now, look, Google owns YouTube, clearly, but YouTube, even though it has a games section to it, isn't really the exclusive place for you to go for live streaming of games. Currently, that crown is held by Twitch, and that tight Twitch integration with this platform can really make it a proper competitor in this space. Will Luna actually have legs to kind of move into the future? Are they going to get supported by developers and actually get games onto their platform? Time will tell. But in the meantime, this is the information that we have on Luna. Does Luna look like a good platform for you? Do you think Luna's just a Stadia clone that is probably not going to do well? Or do you think that Amazon is going to be lifting up the entire gaming space with a new entrant and competition? Leave your comments down below. As I mentioned earlier, I stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, so come check us out if you have the chance. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell icon so you get notified anytime a new video comes out. With all of that being said, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.